Okay, the countdown to 9 p.m. has started when we'll be celebrating New Year's Eve, New York style. So without further ado, okay, let's meet the Alamaniacs, shall we? Woo! Please put your hands together and greet our newest Alamaniac in training. It's Randy Joseph. Guaranteed to rock around the clock, here's Brian Johnson. She's a mirrored ball of fabulous fun. Meet Angela Argon. Better lock up your daughters when the clock strikes 12. It's David Sachs. Always up for a party with favors. Welcome, Patty Devlin. He can never wait to pop his cork. It's Chris Posadas. And ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce our seventh player for tonight's festivities. Why, it's you, our lovely audience. Yes, let's give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeehaw! It's time to play Sweet 16. Okay, our first game tonight, folks, is Greetings. It's a simple warm-up for everyone to play. Here's how it works. When I shout go, the players are going to come out into the audience, if they can find room, and briefly introduce themselves, trying to meet everyone in the room. Audience members, you're also invited to get up out of your seats and play if you like. No pressure. Here's the rub. At the sound of the horn, yeah, it's loud. Everyone needs to freeze. Now, the call to freeze is an important part of improv comedy. So players, let's show the audience what should happen whenever they hear freeze. Yes, exactly. Everyone should hold perfectly still and there should be no talking. When everyone freezes, I will then... Okay, you're good. Thank you. When everyone freezes, I will then announce a new particular way to continue greeting folks. For example, greet each other like long-lost friends. Greet each other like cowboys. At the sound of my go, the game will resume in the new style of greeting. Okay? Clear as mud? It'll make sense in a minute. Have we got it? Okay, players, at the ready, go!
Hi, how you doing?
You guys can get up too. Oh, don't be shy. Freeze! Greet each other like zombies. Greet each other like characters from a Charles Dickens novel. Freeze! Greet each other like a scorned lover. Freeze! Greet each other like robots. Robots, robots, robots. Freeze! Greet each other in silence. 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 Well done. Freeze! Okay, one last one. Greet each other like wild animals as you make your way back to your seats. Excellent, excellent. All right, great work. Great work, everybody. Turn on your mics, guys. Turn on your mics. Okay, hopefully everybody should be pretty cozy with each other by now. Looks like we've got some great actors in the crowd as well. Well done. Give yourselves a big hand. That was fun. Okay, our second game tonight, Chris, Patty, Angela, and David are going to play one of our favorites. It's Let's Make a Date. Woo! Tonight, David is looking for that special someone to help him ring in the new year and give him a big kiss. We have 3 exciting contestants for David to choose from, each with their own very specific characteristic and personality quirk. At this time, Randy, please escort David to the secret soundproof booth in the back of the cafe while the audience learns the identities of these enchanting contestants. Now, with amazing grace and agility, I will now assign the identities. Very exciting. Okay, Angela, yes, come on up. Okay, Patty. Everybody get it? Have a look. Very good. Now, Chris. Slow, slow. Everybody got it? Yeah. They do. Okay, Randy, please bring David back to the stage because we're ready to play Let's Make a Date. Audience, let's welcome David back. Okay, so now David is going to ask the contestants a series of random questions to try to determine each of their unique identities and hopefully make a New Year's love connection. David, when you're ready.
Contestant number 1. I like long walks on the beach and short clothes. What are your likes and
Well, first of all, I have to say that you need to sit up straight. Your chakras are not aligned. Kind of a little annoying. That's much better. I feel like walking is a little bit too much. Sometimes you have to get out, just pause for a little bit, and appreciate the nature. But I hate it when nature gets in the way. God, terrible. Yeah, that's...
a man who knows what he likes and doesn't like? I like it. I like it. Patty, make me a New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution. Keep it on champagne, please. Thank you. New Year's resolution. I don't know what the new world has to bring for us, but we're going to take a journey together. And oh, what the hell was that? Hold on. Let the band play.
Contestant number 3. I'm a piece of candy. I want you to unwrap me. How would you do it?
Well, first off, I don't eat candy because I have to fit into this bathing suit. I like world peace. And orphans. Thanks.
I'm never washing this down. Contestant number 1. You seem like you're a flexible sort. How do you like to roam around the bedroom?
Well, first I like to make sure that centered. But if somebody moves anything in the room, move it. I really like my sheets 3-inch fold on top, Navy style. But it has to be, how would one say, calming.
That is how one would say it. Contestant number 2. I've always wanted to go on a long, long cruise.
As did I.
But what with cruise prices through the roof, we can't afford it. So what else should we do instead of a cruise for our long romantic days?
Well, you should always take that dinghy over there and get going pretty quickly.
Yes, we could. Yes, we could. Yes, we could. Contestant number 3. Orangutans or chihuahuas?
I want to thank my mom and dad, and God, and Jesus, and orphans. And I can't wait for us to eat together, planning our wedding and our baby's names.
Follow-up question. What would the baby's names be, and why?
World peace, because everyone loves world peace. And the Iraq, because politics are important.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay, David, would you like to take a guess, or do you need another round?
I would like another round.
Okay, one more round.
Contestant number 1. Are you straight?
I'm really trying to channel my chi right now, and you're screwing that up. And yes, I have to answer your question. I'm straight as an arrow.
Contestant number 2. Are you worried?
I'm very worried, but I'm going to finish the champagne, damn it! Band. Women and children first!
Contestant number 3. I already asked you a third question about the names of our children. You answered quite sufficiently. I can't wait to meet little baby Iraq. I am ready to guess.
Okay, off you go.
Contestant number 1, you are an OCD yoga instructor
That's close enough. Yes.
who is easily upset.
Okay. Chris, show your card. Yes. Woo! Yes.
Contestant number 2, you are a drunk trying to get off of the Titanic. I did not expect it to be that spot on. Contestant number 3, you are a Miss Universe pageant winner, and I feel you haven't heard the correction yet.
Okay, now, good work, David, good work. So, David, who will you choose for your special New Year's date and why?
Well, I feel that an angry yoga instructor would be rather detrimental to any relationship. I feel contestant number 2 doesn't have long to... So I'm going to go with contestant number 3 to be confused.
Okay, congratulations! Congratulations, good work, players. All right. Okay, David, Patty, and Angela, please exit. And Brian, please come on up. Our next game is a noisy skit mixed with lots of weird. It's sound effects. Okay, we're going to play sound effects. Here's how it goes. Brian and Chris are going to act out a simple scene, incorporating their environment into the dialogue. Here's the thing. We need 2 wonderful audience members to come on up and provide the sound effects for the skit. 1 volunteer for each player. Who among you is brave enough to play? Come on, it's fun.
Thank you.
No. Oh, yes. Mike, the wireless one? All 3. Oh, here we go. Come on, folks. It's New Year's. Be brave.
Sound effects. Does anybody need more break sound effects?
Okay. Yeah. So Randy, who is this lovely lady?
This is Roberta.
Roberta. Okay. And over here, Brian.
Aaron.
Roberta. Let's hear it for Roberta and Aaron. Okay, Roberta and Aaron, and welcome to the show. Now, okay, you're all situated. Good. Listen very carefully because the players will be providing you with clues for the sounds they need you to make. So let's do a quick run through. Brian?
I'm at the shooting range.
Okay, Chris?
Sounds broken to me.
Chris?
I'm going to shoot these plates here.
That's the sport gun.
This thing is working.
Take off the silencer.
I
think there's something wrong with his gun. There's a 3-second delay.
Oh boy. Okay, I can tell we're in for a real treat tonight. Okay, now audience. Good work. You're doing fine. Okay, audience, we need an example of a dangerous or macho profession.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Good work. Okay. Brian and Chris are badass wrestlers who are on a much-needed vacation in Honolulu. They are out in the rainforest bird watching when, after 150,000 years of being inactive, Diamond Head erupts and they must find shelter. Brian and Chris, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Roberta and Aaron, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys, whenever you're ready. Go.
Oh, bro. You see that condor right there?
Oh, you mean like the one over there with the,
Yeah, the one that kind.
It's making some kind of flapping noise. What is that?
Is it? Bro.
It sounds like it's having sex, bro.
That's definitely what they're doing. They're doing it in native Hawaiian chants.
Bro, that's...
Hokua. Aloha. It's a parrot.
That's a big parrot, bro.
Let's go try to catch it. You know.
You wanna throw me?
I'll throw you, bro.
Okay.
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I missed him.
Let's try it again. Hold on, bro.
I'm gonna catch him this time.
You caught him this time. Time to wrestle it down, bro. I got you. You got it. All right.
His wings keep hitting me in the face.
Shut up, bro. What is that? What's that? What? It's a bunch of smoke. It's a bunch of smoke, bro. It's like Diamond Head.
Yeah, Diamond Head is going off, guys. I cannot believe it.
It's a dragon coming out of Diamond Head.
We should use that bird for,
Shelter or escape?
Yeah.
Good job. This is the silent bird. Over there, to the right. All right, man. We're here. We made it safe. But it's still very quiet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's just like a volcanic fart, yeah?
Now it sounds like what? Now it sounds like waves. Boom! That was a good one.
Wait. Hey, look, it's coming, bro. We gotta hide.
Are we cool? Bro?
It doesn't sound like it's coming up anymore.
Boom!
What do you think?
You sound real Filipino right now.
That's nice. Some Hawaiians is Filipino.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we okay?
Oh no, here it comes again!
Boom! I feel my ribs crushing, bro.
Sorry, you don't need big brothers. You don't need brothers.
Oh. Can you help me out? I'm not sure we're going to be able to go to that tournament next week.
I feel you on that.
Can you crack my back?
I got you.
I think I made it worse.
No. You're a Greco wrestler.
Did you hear my muscles, man? They sound like machine gun.
Very spectacular. How about these muscles?
Actually, good work, everybody. Randy, what kind of gifts do we have for our wonderful guests?
I have signed posters from the Alamaniacs.
Give it up for Roberta and Aaron, everybody. Okay, Brian, you can stay put. Angela and Randy, please join Brian on stage and line up front and center. Chris, you can go ahead and exit because it's time for a rousing match of the best game never Worst ever! What is this worst game ever, you might ask? Worst ever is the game in which the players match wits by lining up worst things ever. For example, if I were to say, worst excuse for not going into work, Angela might step forward and say,
my toenails are too long.
Okay. Notice Angela steps up and gives her line and moves back into line quickly. Sound fun? Okay, well guess what? We now need one sassy audience member to come up and give it a go along with our players. Who out there is willing to participate in this adult silliness? Oh, you guys. Come on. Let's see. Come on. Anyone? Come on now. Time is running out. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Come on.
You can do it.
What am I doing?
Just get up and look pretty. You know, you don't have to do anything. No, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Howdy, lovely lady. What's your name? Pasita. Very nice. What a special person you are. Don't be nervous. Randy probably won't bite you. So you're Pasita. You're just going to step up, and if and when you think of something to contribute, that's fine. If not, just, like I said, stand there and look pretty. Okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be funny, just brilliant. Okay. Okay, great players, one at a time. Jump in quickly when you think of an answer to the worst ever things to confess on a first date.
I have AIDS.
I have a wife, 3 side girlfriends, and 10 kids I don't really care for.
You have your mother's eyes.
So you're paying for all of this, right?
You're my favorite daughter.
So we're doing this after, right? I'm getting something.
Okay. Worst ever reasons for being late to your own wedding.
My other wife wouldn't let me leave the house, so I had to sneak out the window.
I was signing divorce papers.
I didn't think I loved you, so I drove, and then I figured you're rich, so I came back.
Tequila.
Okay. Worst ever excuses for driving drunk.
It's fun as hell.
I was late for work.
I was trying to get to the bar before I closed.
Jack Daniels is my favorite breath mint.
Okay. Last one. And you had to know this one was coming. Worst ever New Year's resolution.
I want to do drugs in 50 states. All the drugs.
I am personally going to get Trump elected.
Okay, all right. Yes, those are all pretty bad. We'll have no drunk driving here tonight, though, right, folks? Okay, Randy, what do we have to show our appreciation to Pasita? Thank you. That was great.
A signed poster from the Alamaniacs.
Alrighty then, in this next game, Randy and Brian, you can go ahead and exit. Patty and David, please join Angela on stage. You may have seen this next game on TV. Well, here it is live and in your face. It's the one, the only, whose line is it anyway? Okay, as you may recall, recall, we asked y'all to write down some famous or made-up lines of dialogue before the show. Each of these papers is in this hat, yes, represents each one of those lines. The players are now taking a handful of these papers and sticking them somewhere on their person. The players will start a scene, and when they get stuck or need to inject a little spice into the action, they will incorporate one of these lines you've provided into the scene, yet still have to fit it in and try to make as much sense as possible. It's bound to be a big ball of whimsy, so let's get started. Audience, we need a specific location in Funameda, Alameda. Specific location in
Lucky
Alameda.
13!
The Lucky 13. Anyone else?
Where's that?
Okay.
The Posy 2!
The Posy 2? We'll go with the Lucky 13. Okay. Lucky 13. Okay, the Lucky 13 is the bar on Park Street, in case anybody didn't know. Okay. Okay, so here's the story. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Angela and David are supposed to be working in front of the Lucky 13, soliciting passersby for the nonprofit Greenpeace. Actually, they are goofing off because they took the money they've collected for the charity and bought some weed. They are extremely high when the local nosy resident, Patty, starts to bother them with too many questions. It's clear Angela and David are clueless, not only about Greenpeace, but about life in general. Okay, when you're ready, you got your slips?
Well, okay. We'll just trade here. Okay. We probably shouldn't be smoking right in front of the bar.
Everyone else does. Not cigarettes, though. Those are the devil.
You know what I say about Greenpeace?
What do you say?
I say Greenpeace.
You know what I say?
What do you say?
I say, honey, if I ever had to choose between you and cocaine, I would choose cocaine every time.
That's what you said to me last time.
Yeah.
And you chose cocaine then too.
You betcha.
What?
What's going on here?
Greenpeace is what's going on here.
Save the whales, man.
Where's your material?
Our material.
Pamphlets?
I do believe in fairies. I do.
I'm aware that Greenpeace now was about saving fairies. When did that happen?
It's all the rage right now. They're endangered.
You don't believe in fairies?
Pardon me?
That's what they all say.
You know what happens to people who don't believe in fairies, don't you? Let me tell you. Paging Dr. Butcher, Dr. Blood, Dr. Butcher, Dr. Blood. That's what happens.
Your fairy blood is on your hands, Dr. Butcher.
That's right. You're sick.
Do you guys have a permit to be out here on the sidewalk? Because City Ordinance 543 of the Alameda Penal Code says that I can't read that. But the one right behind it says, what would Jesus do?
He wouldn't be harsh nor mellow like you, lady.
No, he wouldn't.
Did the bar give you permission to be out in front here?
Man, we don't need permission to be doing anything. We're Greenpeace. Peace is in the name. Peace is what we do. Peace is who we are. I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly. Besides, did your mother ever tell you? You're not my real dad.
I should say not.
That's why you can't tell me what to do.
Well, as a matter of fact, maybe your mother never raised you right, because my mother always told me, besides penmanship being a good thing, don't tell your mother, but help me.
Spaceships are your real father.
Now that's Greenpeace.
Yeah.
That's far out.
Right?
So what are you raising funds for? Fairies?
Whoa,
whales?
lady. You just said spaceships are your real father. And you want to tell us that we can't be Greenpeace?
You have a point.
I know I have a point. So you need to leave the gun and take the cannoli.
Well played, my friends. Well played. That's tricky stuff. Well, that was a great big jumble of freaky fun. Okay, Patty, it's your turn to exit. Angela and David stay put as we get ready to play Ask the Experts. Okay. Okay, audience, please give us a field of expertise or a topic that may be of interest to you. Proctology. I don't think we can top that here tonight. So let's just run with it, shall we? Okay. So lucky for you, all of you, we happen to have two experts in the field of proctology, Angela and David, and they are here on stage with us tonight. Our experts have graciously agreed to answer your questions on the topic. But having been hit by lightning on their way here, their minds melded, and they can only do so by taking turns speaking one word at a time. Everyone can play, so if you have a question for our experts, please raise your hand and wait until I call on you. At that time, please stand up, ask your question loudly and clearly for all to hear. Experts, are you ready on proctology?
Indubitably.
Yes.
Okay, anyone? Oh, yes, man in the back.
What is the deepest you've ever gone?
Excellent.
Question.
The
Deepest
we
ever
went
was
really
really
deep. Yes.
About
6
or
7
maybe
8
inches,
deep.
unless
We
weren't
ready
to
go
that.
deep. Because
We
wanted
to
go
that.
deep.
Yes, the young lady in the front.
How do you prepare for proctology as the doctor?
One
You
want
to
be
clean
and
ready
to
do
whatever
you
need
to.
do.
Because
When
you
look
up
at
this,
chart,
you
can
clearly
see
that
readiness
is
part
of
the
procedure.
Oh, yes, sir in the back with the lay on.
With the lay on.
With the lay on.
I've always wanted to know, what is the best brand of toilet paper?
I
believe
that
the
cheap
brand
is
not
so
great.
However,
If
you
are
poor,
then
that
is
too
bad.
Oh, yes, Casita.
How do you get someone's foot out of there?
This
is
a
great
and
wonderful
problem.
to
Have
because
it
means
that
someone
loves
you
enough
to
insert
their
foot
up
your
butt,
which
if
all
you
really
can
ask
for
on
Christmas.
lube do you guys use?
Exactly what I was going to ask.
I
Use
coconut
oil
all
the
time.
unless
I
am
covered
in
Crisco.
because
It
is
extremely
difficult
to
penetrate
without
additional
lube.
unless
You
are
and
dragon.
One more question? Oh, yes, sir.
Do you prefer one or two fingers?
I
would
not
recommend
more
than
6
fingers
in
your
rectum.
because
It
can
lead
to
anal
bleeding.
because
It
can
tear
your
sphincter
as
you
are
viewing
here
in
this
PowerPoint
presentation
on
anal,
fingering,
and
lube,
and
proctology,
and
dragons.
Well done. Well, yes, very good. Okay, so we've got another new exciting game for you tonight. It's the unpredictable and downright wild Groundhog Day time machine. Let's see, Patty and Chris are going to start a basic scene in a specific era. For example, the Wild West or the 1950s maybe. When the horn sounds, yes, your favorite, they will freeze and I will assign a totally different era, either real or imagined, for the scene to take place. The players will then be magically transported and start the scene over, but in a new time and place, hence the name Groundhog Day Time Machine. Okay, so Patty and Chris, are you ready? Okay. Patty and Chris, you are two lovebirds out taking a romantic walk in the moonlight. Chris, you are a shy, nervous, lovesick soldier who's gone AWOL. In order to try to woo the love of his life and finally work up the nerve to ask Patty to marry you. Remember, you are AWOL and on the run. Patty, you are a flirty girl, to put it nicely, from a very rich family, and you suspect Chris wants to pop the question, but you are toying with him a little bit and enjoy the game of cat and mouse. Will Chris get a chance to pop the question? Will Patty say yes? Let's tune into the time machine and find out. Okay? Players, when you're ready, let's begin. It's 1863, the Civil War, South Carolina.
Oh my, what a beautiful evening it is.
Oh, Charlene, you don't know what I've been through to get here.
Tell me.
I had to leave my regiment.
What?
They don't know that I left. I left in the middle of the night.
What?
My commanding officer said that he'd shoot me, deserters. I had to come see you. You know, all I think about is I wrote to you every day.
Oh, William.
But wait,
I'm not so sure my daddy would approve someone leaving the regiment.
Okay, freeze. 1967, Summer of Love, San Francisco.
oh, baby.
Beautiful. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, it looks amazing. Nothing compared to you. You don't know what it's been like. I had to...
Peace and love, no war.
That's why I came back. I could just hear your words echoing across the ocean, all the way to Vietnam. And I just heard come back to me.
You left now?
Yeah, I shot myself in the foot. That's the only one I could get back over here. But I think they might have found out at the hospital that it was my own bullet.
Was my daddy the doctor?
Well, yeah. That's how I got back here.
My dad helped?
Actually, he did, and he gave me something to give to you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, freeze. 1172, England, Knights of the Round Table.
Sir William? Hello.
Yes, Gwendolyn. I've traveled far to bear my soul to thee. King Arthur has left me. I don't care. I'm out of breath from all the running.
I think shall we get an escort, perhaps, to chaperone us through the lovely woods? Shall we stroll on this full moon tonight?
I believe that would be good if you'd take my arm. It's very beautiful. I'm still out of breath. That's only because you steal me.
Oh, that's what they all say.
Who is this all in which you speak?
Oh, nobody, Sir William.
Are you sure that in my absence you have not had another one court you?
Sir Lancelot came by a few times.
I heard he's done that a little bit. So let's
rather dashing.
Oh, with his long locks. That does not make him a man. But
is there something you want to say, Sir William?
I'm sorry, yes, my heart is in my throat.
Freeze! Okay, 33 AD, the Roman Empire. Oh. Biblical.
But whose baby is this?
A guy named Joseph. Oh wait, no, not Joseph.
But whose baby is this?
Well, it's anyone's guess, really.
I will raise him with you because I love you so. You have my heart, and if this is your child, I will make it mine as well. I have something to ask of you. Will you take me and this baby?
Whoa.
Wait, what is the problem?
Let me talk to my three uncles. They're making their way here now.
Is that one of them?
Great, okay. Well done. Okay, present day, Times Square, New York City.
I'm so glad I couldn't believe we made it out here. I mean, look, this is ridiculous. How did they fit all of these tables in Times Square?
I don't know. Aren't your friends supposed to be here?
There's a few here.
A few there?
You know what? You want to go try to weave through the crowd and say hello?
Let's get closer because look, the ball's getting ready to drop.
I know, it's getting really close.
Let's go get it.
Let's make our way. He's coming through. Don't drop your alcohol. That would be tragic. Look, Ryan Seacrest actually did his hair. It looks amazing.
This was 58 degrees in 1965 and 1972.
He was even born in 1965.
But here right now, I'm so glad that you're with us as well tonight because
can you believe it's warmer in New York than it is now? It's ridiculous.
Come on stage.
Excuse us.
A woman who's one of my idols, one of my idols,
pardon me,
will be here too.
Everybody's so quiet in Times Square. It's amazing. I found him. Hey! How's it go?
with the new. We're going to sing the old Scottish song that we all share each other with for New Year's. Put your arms around each other.
Everybody link up and touch somebody. It's like football practice.
Yeah, like football
For midnight, okay? So you should all get a double kisses tonight. What a deal. Okay, we've got 2 more games for you and your New Year's delight tonight. Are we ready to play? Okay, Alamaniacs, everyone but Chris and David, please exit your seats. Oh, you already did that. Let's keep the songs coming, shall we? Folks, for your listening pleasure tonight, we have Chris Charming and David DeBoner giving us a musical interlude we like to call Duet. Chris Charming will now be making his way out into the audience to choose one very lucky person who'll be joining them on stage. The duet will ask this person a few questions. Their name, oh, right on. Their name, a little bit about themselves, and their New Year's resolution. The duet will then go back and forth, serenading our lucky victim person, making up a sweet song based on the information provided. Okay.
It's not on.
Oh,
It's not on.
oh dear. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, we're in for a lot of trouble here. Okay.
I've been here before, guys. Okay, so I'm ready for this.
Not his first rodeo. Not his first rodeo. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm getting very hot. It's very hot here also. Okay, players, when you're ready.
Hold on. Can we all just note that your voice is like fun?
Arcade. I know that.
How are my
If I were to say I was on channel 3, would that help?
Put it down at channel 2.
All right, man. So what's your name? What's your name?
My name is Ray.
Ray, do you mind having a spider voice contest while we do it?
Not at all.
All right. Ray, what do you do around here in Alameda?
I work for UC Berkeley.
Oh, there you go. That's on the Bears. So do you watch the football games at all, or are you big into what guys doing this year?
I enjoy the sports. I I don't work in the sports arena, but I do enjoy it, yes.
Okay, so what do you do over at UC Berkeley?
I am a maintenance and custodian supervisor.
Right on. Very nice, very nice. How long have you been doing that for?
I've been for about 10 years.
Oh, for about 10 years. So then when you're not working, what do you like to do?
My passion is spending my time with my wonderful, beautiful lady. Doing a number of things on the weekends.
A number of things on the weekends, assumedly with your beautiful wife.
Yes.
What is your beautiful wife's name?
Her name is Natalie Peisel.
Natalie Peisel. Natalie Peisel, yes. Sounds good. Welcome, Natalie. You are welcome.
All right, so, yeah, what do you guys usually do when you have some spare time?
Shop.
For you or her?
For everything.
And you're a patient shopper?
Very patient.
What's your favorite thing to buy when you're out shopping? Babies? Who said babies? Oh.
Paintings. We go quite a bit to galleries and studios and so forth in the Bay Area, so we enjoy that.
Okay, so what medium do you usually use?
Every medium.
All right. Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, exactly.
So as we're getting here closer to the new year, whether it ball drops or not, New Year's is upon us. What are you hoping to accomplish in the new year? What are your New Year's resolutions?
My main thing is to maintain health, a healthy spirit, mind, and body.
All right. Very nice, very nice. Now, what's your real New Year's resolution?
Growth, and more growth.
I'm not going to touch that one.
I think we're good.
We're all set. So just to wrap everything up, we have with us a UC Berkeley custodial supervisor who likes to buy art with his lovely wife on the weekends. Maybe the weekdays too. Weekdays too. His New Year's resolution is growth, and more growth.
More growth.
And health.
And health.
Does that about cover everything, Chris?
I believe so.
All right.
I'll be answering for you, Chris.
I just like to hear your voice too, you know what I'm saying? It's smooth. Our 90s R&B.
So now, can I hear a genre that features classical guitar, not classical guitar, but acoustic guitar from the audience? Bolero country? Let's keep it simple with just country. All right.
Giddy up.
We love you, Ray.
Patty, did we explain the game to Ray?
Yes, we did.
Excellent.
We might have been distracted, but yeah.
Wonderful. Well, here we go. Here's our song. We're going to go ahead and get started. Well, with butter as your voice and a wife like that, I bet you love working at the UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley.
UC Berkeley.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Love it.
I got you, baby. I'm sitting right here next to a cowbell. He's gonna clean up his health all next year, but he makes sure that the kids have somewhere pristine, to learn their careers.
UC Berkeley.
Cause you see what I see, it's you. Ooh. And if I see what you see, then you would probably see it too. Well, now we're gonna go ahead and go on with one more verse. It's a very important verse. It's my favorite verse. Last verse just as important as the first.
I pick whatever medium I pick up. Hey, I like to go shopping with my wife. With his wife. Happy birthday. Thank you for coming out, man. That was awesome. What do we have? What do we have?
Great, let's sign them up. Come on, join the Alamaniacs, right? Okay, Randy, once again, what token of esteem do we have for our victim?
A nice sign.
What a surprise. Okay. Well done. Again. Okay. Ray's album will be coming out. Hits the stores next week, so look for that. Okay. Now, Patty and Angela, kindly join Chris and David on the stage. Okay. Wow, you guys, time really does fly. And the clock now tells us it's time for one last game. Before we begin, though, we want to take this time to thank, again, the staff at the High Street Station for having us. We also want to give a big, huge thanks to Mike, the amazing sound guy, for all his hard work. Rock and roll, Mike. Rock and roll. Okay. We want to thank Mary Milosevic for working the door and keeping out the riffraff. Also at this time, we'd like to acknowledge and thank the inspiration behind our name, the Alamaniacs. Why, it's Mr. Neil Taxi. Your t-shirt is on the way. We also want to give a shout out to the fine folks from the Island City Opera who are here with us tonight. Yes, in case you didn't know, Alameda has its very own opera company. Island City Opera will be performing the classic Rigoletto, a tale of lost innocence and tragedy of vengeance. Sounds a lot like improv. Rigoletto starts December 20th and runs through the 31st here on the island. Please do check it out if you can, because you know what? We're all in this together. So let's do our part to keep local art, theater, and comedy alive. Okay. On that note, fun people, if you've had fun here tonight, please tell your friends, like us on Facebook, do a jig, send us money, shout it from the rooftops, whatever you can do to help the Alamaniacs afloat. We would be most appreciative and forever grateful. Okay. Oh, and last but never least, a very special thanks to our impresario, our music maestro, and most importantly, my wonderful, amazing husband for 2 years as of
None of this would be possible if not for our creator, producer, director, and my lovely wife of my love and love of my life. Yesterday we've been married for 24 months.
And lastly, but never leastly, I would be remiss if I didn't offer the hugest thanks to you. Yes, you, our lovely sweet audience. We really do appreciate you coming out and spending a part of your New Year's Eve with us tonight. You all rock. Okay, enough of all that. So let's get back to business and play the cutthroat masterpiece that is Story, Story, Die. Okay. Chris, Patty, David, and Angela are going to tell you a story, starting with Chris and moving down the line. At any point, though, I will hit the horn. Here we go one more time. And the next player in line must continue the story seamlessly, even if the switch happens in the middle of the sentence or even a word. Players that hesitate, whose sentences are not grammatically correct, who don't make any sense, or who blabber on incessantly, should be booed out of the game by you, the audience. You do well. You do this actually by yelling, "Die, die!" Let's practice it now, audience. Let's hear it. Die. Very good. You're all out for blood. Excellent. As soon as a player hears player hears die, die, they must make their overly dramatic exit from the stage. Last player left, standing, must bring the story to a satisfactory conclusion and is declared the triumphant winner. Capiche? Okay. Okay, so audience, we need a title for our story. Pickles! Oh my god, that's perfect. Pickles! Okay. And now we need a genre for the story. Horror. Scary pickles. Okay. So the title of the story is Pickles in the genre of horror. Okay. Horror. Okay. Players, you got that? Okay, when you're ready, Chris, begin.
It all started when I was a young boy, 9. The most traumatic experience I've ever had.
Going to the kitchen and seeing the pickle jar on the counter.
But there were no pickles inside the pickle jar. And then I heard a sound behind me. And I turned. And on the table was a pickle.
It looked at me and screamed, "Help me! Jesus, please! They're trying to kill me! I am but a lowly pickle. You are my last hope and refuge in this world of pain and horror."
And as he said this, all I could do was have the pungent smell of dill inside of my nose.
So I picked up the pickle and ran upstairs and hid in the closet because I needed to think what to do next.
And then my mother walked in and said, "Son, what are you doing with this pickle in the closet?"
And I said, "I'm not coming out of the closet because this pickle needs my help."
And this pickle has begged me so fervently that I must abide by my morals to help me.
Then I asked the pickle, "Where are the other pickles in the jar? Why are you the only one left?"
To which the pickle replied, "You silly fool, you thought I was the only pickle left.
You are clearly an idiot.
All of that juice that was left in the jar was the blood of the other pickles."
The other pickles. The blood from the other pickles.
I tasted their blood and it was delicious.
I'm considering opening a deli, but that
would be ridiculous because
I think that we should leave the closet now because
I want to go find
the other pickles and kill them too. I'm an evil pickle.
And there can be only one. I will be the biggest, lumpiest pickle in the planet.
I was entranced by the pickle.
So I ran away.
I got in my dad's car with the pickle. It beckoned me to drive forth to the nearest deli and assassinate the pickles there with mayonnaise, mustard, relish, ketchup, potato chips.
But while in the car, I realized I was only 9 and I did not know how to drive. So I allowed the pickle to sit in the driver's seat.
And the pickle did.
And I was surprised
because there was no booster chair.
Pickles don't need booster
chairs or arms to drive with because pickles can drive with their minds, said the pickle.
And pickles do whatever the hell they want. They even eat other pickles. It was kind of...
And as we slowly pulled out of the driveway, I noticed that my house started to smolder and shatter into 1,000 million pieces because the pickle had cast a spell.
A magical spell that only...
On the...
A magical spell that only a pickle could cast. A spell like no other spell you have ever been last. Until one day, finally, the house was done and I alone with my pickle. To the
victor goes the spoils. Randy, what do we have for our fabulous winner? seat. Okay, all you party people, that's our show, but let's hear it one more time for the brave, brave